Let's move on and see how the internet did react to the game yesterday. We're going to go to Twitter. And first up is from Trevor Bissouma saying, JetSense played like someone with a point to prove yesterday. Putting Forster in the Europa League squad over him was stupid at the time. It looks even worse after the two performances last night. And we've been banging on about this all stream, and I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, he looked like someone who wanted to, have a bit of a point to prove, and I'm delighted for him that he came on and made that impact, because he needed to do that if he's going to get more game time in Premier League games. He needs to be shown he can be trusted in them. So I thought he played really well. He got that goal, and it does make a bit of a mockery after last night's performance. It does make a bit of a mockery of that decision to leave out Spence and play Forster.
Yeah. Next up, this is from Clara saying, even the bacteria kit looks good on him.
This is Sonny. Yeah, it does look good on him. What do you think of the? I was struggling a bit last night. I felt there was, especially the lighting on the TV might have been a bit of a kick clash, but
didn't notice that in the stadium.
Maybe in the stadium it was a bit different. Yeah, but it does look good.
I like this kit. I really like it. What do you think?
Yeah, it's all right. I think it's
only
nice.
All right.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't like. I think. I don't know why we don't go for more like a dominant colour, which is more clear to see, like a black or something, because I feel like sometimes when you're trying to spot that, like from the far end of the pitch, there's all this green and stuff. You're trying to get that ball pinpoint. You can struggle a bit, I feel.
Green kits have served us well in the past.
True, have served us well in the past.
Ayudi says, you lot are horrible human beings. And this is what we were talking about with Brennan Johnson. Just look at this. This is Sonny just taking over Brennan to the away fans last night. And I saw this obviously in front of my own eyes, and it was just hard to watch a little bit.
Yeah, he looked like he didn't want to come over and celebrate with the fans, did he? He looked like he didn't want to be there, and that's really sad. And as we've said, it's a young player who's just scored a last-minute winner in a cup tie. He should be buzzing. He should be going over and celebrating the fans. But because of what's happened, clearly he doesn't feel like. Obviously, I doubt anyone was booing him at that point, right? I'm assuming they were all trying to cheer him on. I wasn't there. I mean, I'm guessing that was what was.
No, there was no one booing him at that point. But when he did come on, there were a few moans and groans.
Right.
But not booing, just.
But I'm assuming when he comes over, people are cheering for him and stuff like that, or not really. Or?
I mean, I tell you the truth. At the final whistle, it was just more relief than actual celebrations. Obviously, it went off when we scored the second goal, but when the final whistle went, no Spurs fan was actually that delighted. Everyone was just like, bloody hell, we got away with one there.
And clearly Brennan felt the same. I don't know whether it's because of... look, obviously we're reading a lot into it. I don't know whether it's because of what happened with him deactivating his account, that's why it's led to him being a bit muted, or is it a case of he also realised that the team didn't play well? So there's, as much as we got away with one, maybe he felt like, we didn't play well and we don't deserve to be like massively celebrating. I don't know, but he seemed pretty happy in the post-match interview, to be fair.
I didn't see that post-match interview, but to be fair, on what you're saying right there, I don't know if you noticed it or saw it, it was in the vlog, that Pape Sarr was the first player to come over to the away fans yesterday, and the first thing he did was put his hands up like that and said sorry.
Okay, which is an interesting thing, considering we just got 2 last-minute goals. Usually in that situation, everyone's just buzzing and no one really cares, but it's interesting that they acknowledge that, it was a terrible performance. So
that's usually like what we lose like 5-0 away to Newcastle, and the fans would do that, like we and the players would do that, like we've just won 2-1 in the last minute. It was just an interesting situation. Next up, saying we've officially got the same set of wingers than we had last season.
That's in response to Odegaard being injured.
Yeah. And one down as well if Timo's going to be injured.
Or maybe one added with Mikey Moore.
Yeah, I hope he gets some sort of game time now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to what solutions he has to find here, because with Odegaard gone, we don't have that dribbler now. So I don't know. Is he going to? I guess Brennan's going to have to be starting every game, and we were saying how we want Brennan to be a super sub again, because that's even yesterday he came off the bench. I know it was early, but he still came off the bench, and that's when he scored.
He's got such a fantastic record off the bench.
He really does, but now we can't afford to have him on the bench, so he's going to have to be starting every game, and that's not a great prospect.
And you know what? We got really hard games coming. We've got to go to Old Trafford. I know, they're not playing well at the moment, but whenever you go to Old Trafford, it's always going to be a hard game. And we got Brighton as well away coming up soon. And that is.
I'm more worried than about Brentford than
Brentford as well.
Those games, in my opinion.
At least Brentford Wissa's out. Wissa's going to be out for the game, which is obviously a plus for us. But they've still got an Mbeumo and Sade.
they're just a team built to counteract Spurs.
Yeah.
Good at set pieces, good at counter-attacking, low block, clogging up the back five. Like everything if you could like build a team to counteract Spurs like that, you'd probably build it like Brentford. That's what I'm worried about.
Next up, we've got Son_Way saying, "Don't let the claim be calmed down."
Don't let the claim. I don't know what that means, but it was nice to see Sonny coming on, calming the situation, and I think it did. Maybe that did help Tottenham. Just like, wait, had he come on already by the time we conceded? Because he's taking kickoff, or did he come on to take kickoff? Was that what happened? He did come on as soon as we conceded.
No, Sonny was on the pitch when we conceded.
Oh, so they came on before.
Sonny came on, and a minute later we conceded.
Right. So you can see that calming influence. Maybe in that last 20 minutes you saw that, because we did seem to settle down a bit and start creating chances. So maybe that helped.
Captain, that's what you need from your captain. No context Tottenham. If you bring up the first one, there's Sergio Reguilon, part of the matchday squad for the first time in a long time yesterday, and obviously that's that Ian Wright clip when he sees his school teacher for the first time in a very long time.
Yeah, it's quite surprising, to be honest, that he was there, and I don't know what the use of him being there was, considering Udogie went off and Spence came on. So what's the point of having Reguilon there? We're not
just to make up the numbers, I guess. But
we've got no one else, put a youngster there. Anyway, we were questioning, Reguilon is still here. Is he going to get an opportunity? I was saying no. I didn't think he'd even be in the squad, but he was there, so it does suggest that maybe Ange would have called him if something happened, but clearly he still didn't trust him because he didn't play a minute.
The reality is, one injury to Udogie or Spence, and he's right there. That's the reality. Kayla says, so happy for the boys. Have someone like Sonny to lean on. And this was another clip of Sonny taking Brennan over to the away end last night.
Yeah, and that's
proper captain, Sonny, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what he's great at. He's really good with the players and making sure that they feel like they're important, and he always congratulates them when they've done good things. And I've seen him do that a few times now, like when making sure these players get the props when they've won the game. So fair play to him.
Next up is Mr. Black, Brennan Johnson, reactivating his Instagram account tonight, and that's Nigel Farage going, "You all laughed at me. You ain't laughing now."
Did he reactivate it?
I don't know. Let's have a look.
Let's check.
Let's have a quick. It was Instagram, wasn't it?
Yeah. Anyone in the comments know? Has Brennan reactivated his account?
Brennan. Nah.
No?
Nah. He's not there. Can't find him. Nah.
Shame.
Can't find him. Jake says, dread it, run from it, our destiny is inevitable. So it starts off, oh boy, I'm excited to watch my favourite team play. I'm going to kill myself. Nice, we won.
Yeah, that's been a few times. That's a good pattern, except for it's not always the nice one bit, but at least yesterday it was.
But it's true, like as match day approaches,
Every
you're like,
game,
I'm so excited, Spurs are back on. And then within 5-10 minutes, you're just like, oh God.
Well, I'm excited. And it's going to happen again on Saturday. I can just feel it. Before the game, I'm like, all right, we're going to do it today. It's going to be a difference. We're going to change. Because I guess every game is an opportunity to turn things around and have things to change. So you just never know. But with Spurs, it's just always get excited, then they let you down.
Yeah.
But at least we won yesterday, so can't say too much about letting us down.
That's the life of a Tottenham Hotspur fan. It's not just now, it's just been like forever, hasn't it? Football Confidential says, Tottenham midfielder Yves Bissouma watching last night's game at home. He was posting on his story yesterday, just moments from the game, and he says he posted a picture of Ange Postecoglou. I don't know if it's purposely of Ange Postecoglou on his... Oh, I haven't seen this video, actually. I was just actually seeing his story. He's shouting at his TV. Good for him. I'm glad. Hopefully he's back fit for the weekend, because obviously Bentancur's probably not going to be able to play. I guess I don't know. Are we going to hear something today about that? I guess from Bentancur, because he has to answer the charge today. So I don't know if we get to hear about it. I don't know if
today.
that gets made public straight away. Maybe you hear about it in Ange's press conference tomorrow or something. I don't know.
But it might be a case of we hear he accepts the charge, and then maybe we get to find out the punishment. In 2 days or something.
I mean, even if he accepts the charge, we don't even know what it's going to be like. He did say 6 to 12 games.
Well, apparently, if he accepts, it's a minimum of 6. So probably it's going to be less if he accepts than if he denies it. But
Yeah, I guess.
That's
We'll
why-
have
but,
to wait and see.
But hopefully Bissouma's back for the weekend. He's a big player for us.
Yeah. Definitely so far this season with the, I just don't think Bentancur has been proper up to scratch in that 6 just yet. H2O MUFC says, this is sad. This looks absolutely petrified of his own club's fans. And it's spot on.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't look like he wants to be celebrating with them. He looks like he wants to just leave. And that shouldn't be the case when he's just got a last minute winner. So that is, yeah, I agree, it is sad.
Next up is Jake again, showing a clip of Tottenham 2, Aston Villa 1, when Nasser Chadli scored in the 84th minute and Harry Kane scored that deflected free kick. And he's saying...
He's basically comparing yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because at that moment, it looked like Poch could lose his job. And obviously, that happened, and the rest is history. Now, Postecoglou's in a very similar situation. A lot of fans saying maybe he should be losing his job.
Did that goal save his job? Is that hyperbolic?
I don't know, because...
A lot of people are making jokes about...
If that goal doesn't go in, it goes to penalties, and we could have easily won and be sitting here talking the same about the game.
If we lose yesterday...
If we lost, would he have got sacked? I don't think so.
No, I don't think it's as dire as the Pochettino situation. That was in November time as well, wasn't it? So it's a bit later on.
Look, it's not the exact same situation, but there are similarities.
I guess there are a bit...
Well, there are similarities if we kick on now.
Yeah, I guess.
Bissouma on Instagram again, that we've been through. We'll go to the next one. Jake again saying, Ange definitely got bailed out tonight. Hope he takes accountability and have some fire in the post-match presser. And please never play Forster again. I don't care if we draw a non-league team, just don't.
I don't disagree, honestly. Honestly, Forster was just giving me heart palpitations whenever he's getting close to the ball. He was just so bad. He was just terrible.
Aaron Pitters, I think, responding to your tweet saying who was man of the match, and he says Decky, and it's not even close.
Yeah, I completely agree. And he only played 15 minutes, but he was brilliant. He was so good. And he's become undroppable now, which is mad to think about beginning of the season. And well, I guess beginning of pre-season, would we have been calling Decky one of our undroppables, but he's been our most consistent player by far.
Well, the reality was, and I'll say it, I've said I wouldn't mind if he was sold last summer, but the only reason I said that is because he was shunted out wide. That's not the right position for him, touchline winger. He just can't play that role. That's just not him. I always said he needs to be playing in the central areas, and that's where you're going to get the best out of him. And that's what you're seeing right now. And we always questioned in the build-up to the season, maybe before pre-season started, saying, how are we going to fit Decky into this team? You've got Pape Matar playing really well. You've got James Maddison in the 10. Where does Decky fit in? But we found a way now.
Yeah, him next to Madders.
Zara says, proud of you, Brennan. Always keep your head up. So that's that clip once again. XG Philosophy, Coventry with 1.99 and Tottenham with 1.22.
I think we got lucky to get that 1.22. Probably Brennan's chance was probably a fairly high XG chance, I'm guessing, right at the end. But
and Ben Davies' one probably was
1.99. Coventry had. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Next up is from Shuni saying Son Heung-min is cute and handsome.
Classic. A good celebration there, Brennan. But look, you can even see that this is just after he scored last minute winner. He's not even smiling, is he?
Yeah.
Which is sad, but good moment for him anyway.
Archie Gray's smile. He's smiling for all three of them. Ben Bowman says, feel like there's been a lot of lazy analysis regarding defending set pieces. Yes, we all still cover our eyes when we concede a corner, but that comes from the PTSD from last season. We've definitely defended them better than this year. The goal we conceded against Arsenal wasn't down to our inability to defend corners. It was down to players switching off and not taking accountability for properly marking his man. Not good enough in that moment for Romero. Fine margins matter. Last season, I think away at Newcastle during the poor run, it looked like we'd concede from every corner they had, and they had about 15. It was severely worrying. Wasn't like that Sunday and hasn't been like that this season. I don't think there's an unwillingness from Ange to address the issue. It's been clearly worked on. Plus, Arsenal are very good at set pieces. It's not always about what we're doing. And I agree with that, actually.
Yeah, so I think that's a good tweet. I think he's right about that. I think a lot of people just see a set piece goal against Arsenal and think, classic Ange not working on set pieces again. But I actually think we have worked a lot on them this season, and that was the only goal so far we have conceded. Now look, I think 4 games isn't a good sample size. We have to see come let's say December.
Didn't it get to a stage like last season we were just conceding every game?
Yeah, literally was madness. So I have to say come December, what what the state is. But at the moment, we definitely have changed things, and that's clear for everyone to see.
Yeah, absolutely. That one creeped in from the North London derby, but that is all we have for reacts. That is how the internet did react to the game yesterday.